got a little bit of an update here. This structure is proceeding nicely. Got down here quite a decent little ways, but I have run into a snag. The ceiling material is not going down low enough. So that means that I've had to work out a cobblestone frame down here, which I must now put a floor into and walls on. So that I may continue the construction. And of course, a little bit later on in the construction, I'm going to have to expand this part of it outward and down a little bit. But that won't be a problem. Just a little bit of a hang-up, and the worst I have to deal with right now is an occasional ghast shooting at me. And frankly, I'm taking full advantage of the fact that with a jetpack, I can fly too, and I can get out of the line of fire quickly. So, I am continuing this project, and I'm actually kind of determined to get it finished today. I don't know if that means it will all be in one video or not. That, no telling, depending on how much footage I end up with. Hello? All right. This is why we use cobblestone to build with out in the open. Although from what I've observed, I do believe that marble brick, basalt, and basalt brick are just as immune to gas explosions as cobblestone is. And let's get some torches down here. We don't need the fires, Mr. Gast. But then again, you are just a whiny baby. Yeah, you miss me. I know, that was awful. But what the heck. Okay, that one didn't miss. But that's alright. Go ahead and build the walls up here. Finish the floor. And get some more work on this trap. And I'm going to go ahead and get busy on that, and I'll check in after a bit with an update. Alright, got a nice little update here. The impromptu enclosure is done all the way down to Y96, which is basically what I'm standing on here will be the floor where the mobs will fall onto and die, and then around this, out and down a little ways on all four sides is going to have to be more structure built to handle where people will be when dealing with these mobs. But first, I'm going to get the inner wall of stone brick done. Because I realize it's an uncommon idea. It's not something you see very much, if ever. The idea, well, it happens, I suppose. There are cases. But I would like this nether structure to actually look reasonably nice, bright, and almost cheery, even if the death of mobs by the thousands is its actual goal and intention. I'm okay with that. Wither skeletons are nasty. Skeletons are nasty. Especially since, if I'm not mistaken, the recent snapshot, Dinnerbone and or Jeb or other Mojangsters were talking about how skeletons, zombies have been beefed up, made a little meaner, a little more accurate with their shots, for example. And I didn't think skeletons needed to be made more accurate with their shots. I mean, they're freaking aimbots now. I didn't really think they needed any help. But apparently somebody thinks they need help. But anyway, that's about the size of it, minus my rant, or if that's what you call it. I don't know, maybe it is. Anyway, I am continuing on, working on trying to build a sort of kind of almost attractive, at least easy on the eyes, mob spawner in the nether. And I will check in after a while. I have a lot of wall to put in yet, and more lights. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I've got the inside of the pit pretty much finished here. And the surface I'm standing on is where they're going to impact. And now I need to work out a little something here where they're going to fall down right through here, 2 blocks. They're going to walk off this platform, 2-block drop, and there will be an arrangement where people can get to them, but they can't get to anyone else. And so towards that end, open up a hole here. Now when I put this in here, I left a little space here and put this little ledge on here, and what I need to do is run this out. Actually, that should be fine. And this part is actually fairly easy. It's just build a platform all the way around the structure. The hard part is going to be building walls coming down from this to the area below. Of course, it does occur to me that I could help myself out if I were to get a few stacks of sand or gravel to serve as kind of placeholders for the eventual wall, something that I could drop in place from above and then get down below and fine-tune things. Replace the sand and gravel with cobble, of course, at least on the outside. And so on. And then I can build the surface where people are actually going to stand when dealing with these mobs. And so it's time to recharge my back jetpacks anyway. One's empty and the other one's awfully low, so I'm going to close that up temporarily. Get up here while I still can without having to pillar up, and I'm going to go get recharged, resupply a few things, and pick up a few stacks of gravel or sand. And I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm back, and I've got a bunch of gravel with me, which should be enough to allow me to set up a kind of a framework thusly, just by dropping gravel down there and building up sort of a frame that I can then attach cobblestone to, ducking every now and then as needed. I mean, I'd take a few shots at them, but I don't have a bow. Something I haven't bothered to make so far. Oh boy. Oh, that's not fun. All right. So, I'm going to play hiding games with the ghasts. And see if I can get enough of this thing built. Hello. You see, these guys are just plain rude. Oh, he's way over there. All right. Not a problem. Well. Oh, this one's right out here in plain sight. Okay, I'm going to get to play back and forth games here with the ghast. There. Oh, got two of them on the game now. Oh well, I probably should have built this little bit of wall anyway, even if I wasn't going to keep it permanently. Just a little something to work behind. You know, a lot of people talk about how they don't like gravel, but you know something? Gravel does have its occasional uses. All right. Okay. Go ahead and get this wall built. A little bit at a time, evidently. And then I will have at least one explosion-proof surface to work behind. Okay. Then I get another explosion-proof surface built to work behind, and then I'll have at least 50% less gas to deal with. Okay, plenty of jetpack left. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to build this one out this ways away. This way a ways. How about that? Keep going. Don't look at the gas. Place the blocks. Jetpacks are so handy. Alright. Nothing quite so guaranteed to wake you up as playing a round of hide and go explode with the gas. Now let's take it out that way a ways. Definitely a scenic area to build in, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna continue with this, hopefully continuing my track record of not getting killed by these things in this project. I know, famous last words, don't jinx yourself and all that good stuff, but well. Okay. Alright. Plenty of pack, plenty of cobble. Let's keep going. The outside of this building is not going to look all that great, I can tell, but frankly, the outside is mostly a shell to keep the inside from getting blown to pieces. Ooh boy, big lag spike. Sounds like somebody just killed it gassed. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and continue work on this, and I'll check in after a while. Alright, I've got this whole outside thing done. And let's see, let's switch to the full pack just to be safe. And I've got the walls done around it. All I need now is to finish off interior flooring. And the gas will no longer be a factor in this thing. And I can get on with the business of getting it finished. Yep. And the more of this floor I get done, the less of a problem these guys are going to be. Okay. Okay. This thing going. All right, now we've got more floor to stand on. Well, that was close. You're getting better there, gas boy. Well, actually, that's not true. You're not getting better. Oh, these guys are such terrible shots. I hope they stay that way. They're much more fun when they're bad shots. They really are. These boys are causing a considerable amount of lag every time they fire. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this floor finished up, and I'll be back. Alright, returning again after a slight break. As you can see, our platform has its opening here. The interior area is closed up. Let me turn that waypoint thing off. That's handy, but we don't need it right now. And now it's a question of getting this thing set up for handling how the mobs are going to be dealt with. I might be taking this roof up a notch or two. I'm not certain just yet. Basically, the mobs are going to come off of this platform down onto here where I'm standing now. And let's see, I think we're looking for some more marble brick. Like so. And that'll go all the way around. Now the mobs, skeletons and wither skeletons alike, They will be walking around on the platform here. And I'm thinking maybe let's just raise it up a little bit with half slabs. It makes it so that it's that much harder for them to get line of sight on anybody down there, which is important for the skeletons themselves because, you know, aimbots that they are. And maybe that can just be marble brick instead of cobble. Because this part is going to be out where people can see it. And we want it to be bright and good. And no, people are not going to be standing down here where I am. Let's see. The actual working floor. Let's figure that out. This sounds about right. So yes, I'm going to have to take this back a ways. So, hello. Oh, you can't even stick your head out these days. Jeez, guy. I'm busy, can't you see? Oh, man. Anyway, like that. And so the ceiling will be up there. And yeah, that means I'm going to have a whole bunch more cobble to lay down and then a bunch more to tear up again, but that's all right. I knew it was going to be a bunch of that doing this. The idea is now we'll be able to walk along. People will be on this level. And let's just throw a little bit of it down here so we can get an idea of what it's going to look like. Now, bearing in mind that I'll have to bring this back like so, and put the cobble up there, and so on. So we'll have a kill zone floor here. Like so. And this will go all the way around the platform. And that ceiling will go out that way. There's a whole outer wall here. All the way out there. And I'll use more of those white lamps down here to light this place up so that it isn't big, dark, depressing thing where it's hard to see and all that good stuff. And that's pretty much about where I'm going with this, I think. I think that's going to work the best. It will give people a good, let's see. Yeah, that means in this area there'll be a good 3-block ceiling. And up in here will be the kill zone. Be able to sit here and strike at their feet. And from the fall they'll be down to a 1 or 2 hit kill. And of course, with the wither skeletons being part of it, they will be more than happy to provide all of the stone swords that anybody could possibly want, and therefore not have to use their good ones. So, I'm going to get to moving this ceiling, get this place lit up, get some more marble brick down here,